I genuinely thought by now we would see another evolution, but at this point I'm starting to doubt that we'll ever get another one. And do you know whose fault that is? Pokemon's? Nope, it's us, the fans. There have been so many fan-made evolutions at this point that it would be next to impossible to make another one without infringing on somebody else's work, so the easiest solution is to just not make another one. Or, hear me out, they could just pay the person that came up with the design, buy the one off of them that they like the most, or better yet, they could pick all of the ones that they like and then have fans vote on them, and whichever one comes out on top, they buy. Yeah, they're not gonna do that, because if they did, it would be like opening up Pandora's box. It would drive even more people to design and create Pokemon, thus limiting Pokemon's own ability to create new ones. So then hire those people! The amount of fan-made Pokemon evolutions and regional variants that I've seen that blow Pokemon companies' own designs out of the water is exactly why they should! What you're proposing is rewarding bad behavior. It would be a huge slap into the face to all the designers and artists that currently work for Pokemon or are trying to go through the proper channels to become one. Well, maybe it's time they change that, because some of these fan-made designs absolutely slap. Hey, I'm not saying that they're not cool. I'm just letting you know that's why we haven't seen another evolution and probably never will. That has got to be one of the worst shiny Pokemon I've ever seen. Like, what were they thinking when they designed it? Are you talking about my Emboar? Yeah, just look at him. The blue flames totally ruin his vibe. All of that aura that Emboar had, poof, gone. And all because of that horrendous color scheme. They got my boy over here looking like Dobby, and we both know how that turned out. You're messing with me, right? Because there is no way that you think that's the worst shiny Pokemon that exists. And I know that you've seen a lot of shiny Pokemon. Probably more than anyone I've ever met. Exactly, that's how you know it's bad. If I say it's bad, then it definitely is. And to be honest, it's the only reason that I traded him to you. I couldn't have a shiny like that on my team. Then tell me, what kind of shiny Pokemon do you like if you don't think the shiny Emboar is cool? Giratina, Gigalith, Voltorb, Umbreon, those are all incredible shinies. Oh, and Ponyta too. Ponyta. Hold up, every single one of them has the same shade of blue that Emboar has, but you don't like Emboar? That's correct. And this doesn't have anything to do with Emboar's shiny form, does it? You just don't like Emboar. No, I love Emboar. I just don't like his shiny form. Okay, then riddle me this. What do you think about Rayquaza's shiny form? Rayquaza's? If I'm being honest, I'm not really a fan. The more I think about it, the less sense Pokemon makes. What about it doesn't make any sense? A lot. Like, the fact a Pokemon like Rattata can take down a literal god in battle by using the fear method shouldn't work, but somehow it does. It only works because of the Focus Sash and the move Endeavor. Without that combination, it wouldn't work. Besides, there are plenty of workarounds to ensure that that doesn't actually happen. But that's just it. You shouldn't have to use a workaround. At the end of the day, it's a Rattata. It shouldn't even be able to take down a Charizard, let alone a literal god. Okay, but that's just the way the games work. They involve a little bit of strategy. Besides, if it wasn't for things like that, the games wouldn't be balanced and nobody'd be able to defeat Arceus. And that's just it. You shouldn't be able to beat him anyways. Not everything has to be beatable. In fact, in my opinion, you shouldn't even be able to catch him. That'd defeat the entire premise of Pokemon. Gotta catch them all? That phrase wouldn't make sense if you couldn't catch Arceus. See, that right there, that's another thing that doesn't make sense anymore. Gotta catch them all? It may have applied to the early games, but not now. Why is that? Because when you buy the new games now, you can only catch like half the Pokemon. The rest are all hidden behind an additional paywall or event exclusives, and if you miss those events, then you're SOL. It's just a game. Either enjoy playing it or don't. You have 6 legendaries on your team? Who exactly are you preparing to battle? Cynthia on steroids? Actually, there are 4 legendaries and 2 mythicals. And no, I'm not preparing to battle anybody in particular. They're just the Pokemon that I currently have on my team. You do know that's illegal, right? Oh, don't give me that. It's not illegal, it's just frowned upon. Regardless, you shouldn't just go around battling other trainers with only legendaries and mythicals on your team. How exactly do you think that makes them feel? The only thing that they should feel after battling me is blessed. I mean, where else are you gonna see 6 legendary or mythical Pokemon at one time? Just think about the stories that they're able to tell their friends. You do realize that nobody is gonna believe them though, right? Not only are you destroying their pride as a Pokemon trainer, you're destroying their credibility as well. People are gonna think that they're straight up lunatics. It's not my problem. Besides, I earned all these Pokemon, so if I want to use them, I'm going to. The way that you guys played back in the day with all these made up rules is just crazy to me. Doesn't it get boring though? With a team like that, there's not a single trainer in the game that can even challenge you. You can just steamroll over everybody. It's Pokemon. None of the battles are challenging. That's why they created fan-made games and ROM hacks, so that if people actually want to challenge, they can play those instead.